All right, Freedom Family, rock and roll. Here we go. The Our 5 minutes to freedom. Here we are now. Our very first um, week of canceled staking contracts. I'll kind of cover that real quick, but here's the status of where we are per week right now. The secondary account is doing $250 a week. The primary account, which I'll switch to now. Let's see. Share screen, share entire screen, start. Okay. And let's see. The primary account, the secondary account is at $255 a week. Primary account now is at $75 a week. As you can see right there, 44 BTN equaling $75.42. So we're going to compound the 75 first, which has $434 in it. Primary account has what was it? It's 1532. So we're right at $2,000, $1,960 total. But let's see. The primary account has 434. So let's go ahead and compound this 75 to take that $434 balance up over $500. So this will push us well over the $2,000 point. But total combined, we're at $75 a week in this account, $250 in other accounts. We're doing over $325 a week now, which is double the total amount staked, right? I staked $150 in August. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and look at the completed staking. Now I can click completed because we finally got one. So as you can see, completed staking contracts is only one. This one expired as of today, December 30th. I don't know why I was thinking it was yesterday, because I think yesterday being the 29th was my second son's birthday. My younger son, I'll call him second, my younger son's birthday. I think that's why I was fixated on the 29th, but it actually expired today on the 30th. So this was my very first staking contract, maxed out at 3% a day, paid out 2.5 times the total amount staked, which was $34, and it paid back well over 60 some odd dollars, actually $103 total withdrawn BTN. So we earned 111 BTN off of this staking contract, which only cost us $34. So it essentially tripled that amount over the course of 4 months, August 17th to December 30th. So let's go ahead now and do the compounding. So what we'll do is withdraw this amount. We're going to reinvest it. The total of 44 BTN, 0.16. So we're going to reinvest it all. It should give me a little over 30. Yep, 30.9 totally invested today, which now takes my primary account over $500, 504.18. And this account is doing probably around $6, $7 a day, but about $75 per week. So that's where that account is. Now let's go back to the the secondary account, replace current share. No, we don't want to share multiples. All right, so let's get back in here to the secondary account. As you can see, secondary account has $1,500. Now the primary is over $500, so we're now over $2,000 total. This one shouldn't have any completed staking contract. Oh, yeah, this one's completed too. We just completed this one today, which is also the 30th. So I started these both on the same day. As you can see, First one was $34. This one was $60. So between the two, this was about $90. Total, all I have completely invested in this project is $150, right? These first two staking contracts, and then another was 50, $60 or whatever it was, totaling around 150. And now it's producing over 300 per week. It's pretty strong. All right. And so when you go ahead and compound this amount, it should push me well over that $2,000, or I'm sorry, over that $1,500 mark. So 256, yeah, it should push us to about $1,700. So let's go ahead and withdraw, reinvest, and we're going to reinvest the entire 150.35 BTN. Pushing this account, 105 was reinvested. Remember, a portion of that goes back into the project. Portion of it goes into your vesting balance, which is your money, and some of it goes to fees to keep the project afloat. So reload the page with that $250 now takes us to 1769 plus 504 puts us a little over $2,200 from a $150 staked amount, right? 4 months ago. It's not bad. We're well over 10 times our money in 4 months. I don't know where else you can do that, but compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. And so, give you some idea of what this project is about. Some of the new announcements. You need to understand what's going on. This is pretty powerful stuff. It shares specifically one of the main things that I got excited about this project was the solar farms, which is what the project is actually uh, backed by solar powered farming. So as you can see here, if I can get to the presentation, here it is. Very briefly, I'll go. No, that's not it. That's not the one. Do want to find it though. I have a very short little presentation of where'd it go? I had it, and here it is. This is it. To give you some insight on, or maybe that's not it either. Sorry, that isn't it. Oh man, I had it. I downloaded it earlier today. Don't know what I did with it though. But it does give you some insight as to, here it is, New Year presentation. All right, so this is the new presentation that highlights quite a bit of what the overall project is about. And specifically, what I like is the solar farms that are being built. Oh man, where'd it go? Okay, maybe that's not it. That isn't it. All right, obviously I'm going over 5 minutes on this video, but apologize. Where'd it go? Okay, pause for a second. Let me see if I can find it. All right, here we go. I knew I had it in here. So the kilowatt, right? We have a tap game that will pay people to play a game, right? So pay to play in the kilowatt game that's coming, but it's really a representation of what's backing this entire cryptocurrency network, right? Kilowatt presentation. So the most powerful real world components of BITTON's ecosystem, right? BITTON AI, first of all, has an AI empowered network. This is part of the solar farms that will be creating income, right? Revenue generating solar farms. If you don't know that most of the cloud and server based networks that Google, Facebook, I mean, these large digital companies have a need for electricity. It's part of the reason why BlackRock just bought an electric power company. Um, just as also Google has done, and Meta, and all these guys are investing in electric farming or electricity plants because they need electricity to power the data farms that they create, right? That's all those companies are, is collections of data. And in order to collect data, you got to have servers and electricity to house that data. So we are in the forefront of what's coming, right? Or what this entire industry is about is electricity. And so our entire ecosystem will be backed by our own solar farms that we can sell that electricity and market it and create revenue. And that's how we're making money. So a lot of people say, well, how is this going to sustain itself paying us 255% on our contract every 4 months? Because we're backed by one of the greatest assets of today, right? And that's electricity, if you didn't know. So just wanted to share a little bit about that. This next 5 minutes of freedom video will be next week. We're now over $300 a week off a $150 staking contract. All right, guys. See you next week. Get your position. This thing is taking off.